Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down with my camera like this, which is good really. I'm really making the effort in 2020 to get back into actually doing good quality content. So I'm going to have my little helper here. I think this video is about you, or us really. For today's video we're going to talk about our morning routine, which we just got to the end of because it is just like the end of the morning now. So I've done all like the filming of our morning this morning, and it's typically the same most mornings. Obviously there's a few variants based on what mood Sophia's in, if she's having more issues with teething, if she slept well the night before and things like that. But typically my husband works at like an 8 to 4 shift. Sometimes it varies, but generally we'll work an 8 to 4 shift every day. So that dictates our day to a degree, which is actually ideal. So we wake up at, I actually would like to start getting up a bit earlier. Hang on, I just got to sit down, just too uncomfortable to do that. I would like to get her up a little bit earlier than when I would like to get up a bit earlier than Sophia, because I think that it would make life a bit easier and I could get a few more bits done. But while she's not sleeping through the night, I'm just not going to put that pressure on myself. So our morning starts at about 7:30, or somewhere between 7:15 and 7:30. My other half wakes up at 7. He just jumps straight out of bed, gets in the shower and goes to sort of start his day. We stay in bed for a bit longer, and then at about 7:30 we jump out of bed, chuck on some clothes. Sophia stays in her pyjamas and we all jump in the car and drive my husband to work. It's not far from where we live, so we drop him off, and I really enjoy that part of it because it means that we're definitely up and out of bed by, well, he has to be at work by 8, so we're all up and out of bed by 8 every morning in the weekdays, which is good because I think that I mean, Sophia is now more of an alert baby and would probably still wake up at a certain time, but had I woken up and like not got straight out of bed and not started the day, I think I would be more inclined to have a lazy day. So for us, we get out of bed at about 7:30, her sock is coming off, and yeah, and start the day from there. So we drop my husband off at work, and then we get back and we lay on the sofa. I normally put on Friends, to be honest, because it's such an easy like background noise thing to put on. I don't really like to sit and watch TV all day. I like to hang out with the baby and play with her. So I just put on Friends for a bit of background noise. She actually happens to really enjoy staring at Friends, and it's not really offensive for a baby to watch, and it's a little bit better than watching baby TV programs right now because she doesn't really need the stimulation of the TV. We've got plenty of toys. So I put on Friends or something on the TV, and then we will sit and have a cuddle. Generally she'll want a feed by then, so we'll normally have about 8:30 feed-ish, give or take. She's breastfed, and she feeds like from me, so we kind of do it on demand. There is like a Sophia's got herself into a routine kind of, but I do feed on demand. There are days when she wants to nurse more because she's not feeling very well or whatever it is, and so I kind of go by what she wants because I feel like she knows best really. We get home and have a play and a cuddle, and she has a little activity mat. We've got lots of different toys and things, and which I just get different ones out on different days. So right now she's holding this little giraffe thing that's got little teeny bits on the bottom, and you know, she's got lots of different toys to play with, so we just play with some of those. I generally will try and get my first coffee in, or a coffee, and I don't really drink much because I'm breastfeeding anyway, and because to be honest I love coffee, but it's not particularly good for you to have a lot of coffee. So I generally get my morning coffee in while she's having a play on the floor, and I try and get my breakfast in that sort of stint between like the 8:30 and 9:30 kind of playtime and then nap time. So she'll have a feed when we get in, then we'll play, and then she kind of starts to let me know when she's tired as well. Again, it's generally always at around 9:30, but between 9:30 and 10 she'll start to get tired, and I'll rock her to sleep and then put her in our bedroom in her little cot next to my bed. So then she sleeps for anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour, again depending on how she's been during the night, if she slept well, or you know, if she's teething or having a growth spurt or whatever it is that's going on. She'll sleep differently depending on that, but she'll have a morning nap I've always wanted to not be too much like bound to the house, like, so of course we have a routine, but I always try and fit like what we're doing around her routine to a degree, but also make sure we get out of the house and things as well. So sometimes we'll do one of her naps in a pushchair, like while we're going out, but I always try and make sure her morning one, if I can, is at home, because it just sets her day up a lot better. She's in a better mood. So, yeah, I use that sort of time to actually get myself ready as well for the day. Typically it's like a quick bit of makeup, and I try and do my hair. Today I've kind of not really had the chance to. It's leftover curls, so it's not really cooperating. She'll have a nap. Basically I do what I can in that time. The priority for me is making sure I've ready for the day. I used to just like be like, oh, I'm going to tidy the house, and then the time would disappear and I would never do anything for myself, and then I'd always end up without being able to brush my hair for the day. I might not eat properly, so I just make sure in that morning nap, if I haven't had breakfast, I'll do breakfast first, then I get ready. Sophia is a really good baby in that once she wakes up from her nap, typically she's happy to sit for like 10-20 minutes in her cot and just look at the world and think about stuff. So she's a good baby. Aren't you? Are you a good baby? Yes. Yeah, once she's had her morning nap, I have a little camera which I just have on my phone, obviously, so I can watch her all the time. And the second she's sort of, well, not the second she's awake, when she's awake and she starts fussing, I'll go in and pick her up. But once she's awake, I know I've got like a bit more time just to finish getting ready. So then she wakes up from her nap and we come back out here. At that point, I generally get her dressed. I don't get her dressed any earlier because she pukes all the time, and to me it's pointless, because normally she doesn't normally puke too much at night time, so normally her pajamas aren't dirty or wet or anything like that, so I leave her in her pajamas until after her first nap, because then she will probably puke after her first nap, to be honest. So I get her dressed for the day and change her nappy, and also after her nap typically she'll want a feed. Sometimes she would have had a feed before she goes down for her nap, so she won't necessarily be that hungry. So but generally the rule of thumb would be that she'll have a feed when we get in from taking my husband to work, she'll go to sleep, she'll wake up, want another feed, we'll do a nappy change, get her dressed, and just have some more cuddles and a bit more playtime. Normally she does a bit more independent play in the, like, after her first nap, so I can just get the house a little bit in order, or, you know, if we're going out for the afternoon or something, I can get the bag ready and all those bits and bobs. So generally I just put her down on her mat. She isn't normally attached to me like this, but I think she's not feeling too well today, so it's okay. That's kind of our morning done, really, because that kind of takes us to about lunchtime. And then the afternoon bits and bobs start. And if you want to see like me do like a 24 hours in the life of somebody who's got a baby, then I can absolutely do that. Or if you want to see like an evening, I'm going to do an evening routine, I think, because we've got a really good routine down for the evening, and I'm really lucky, I think, but also I think it's because we enforced a routine quite early, and she's a really good baby to go down, and we have like the evenings to ourselves from about 8 o'clock at night, which is just the best. Last night it was about 7:45, which was like amazing. So I'm going to do the nighttime routine maybe next week. So yeah, but let me know if you want to see like a 24 hours in the day of, or a day in the life of, rather. We also 3 days a week have my nephew who is 4, so I know what it's like somewhat to have 2 children in the house, and have to deal with that and the fun that comes with. So I might do a routine on what we do on the days that we pick him up and we have him, because that'd be quite fun too. Sophia is nearly 4 months, so I'm going to have to do her 4-month update very soon, which makes me so sad. And really that's about it, but I hope you enjoyed this like morning routine with my baby. I always wanted to do one when she was a newborn, but I really struggled with the newborn stage, I'll be honest, this time, first time mum and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but that is what we do in the mornings, and it works really well to have a nice little routine down. Basically dictated by Sophia, but that's okay because she is the baby and the most important one here. But yeah, and then I don't have anything else to say. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be putting 3 videos out a week. I don't know on exact days yet. I need to work out what days work best in terms of having my nephew and all those sorts of things, when I can get the filming and editing done. But I'm going to try and do 3 videos a week, so look out for those. I'm going to do lots of vegan stuff and baby stuff and family stuff and probably some vlogs and all those sorts of things. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you guys are mummies and if you have morning routines on your channel as well, because I'm really intrigued to see what people do in the mornings. I love it. I think it's really fascinating to see how we all run our mornings very differently. My baby is flashing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and the little cutaways. I didn't get the best of the footage, to be honest, but I did try. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in our next video. Goodbye.